Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Markow, and today I'm going to be talking about the Emoji Movie. Now, this is just a disclaimer, this isn't like some sort of review. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I might be a little out of line, I might be wrong. The movie comes out today as of the time of me recording this, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to get to the theaters to see it, even though I really want to, which I'm going to explain in a couple of seconds. But just as a reminder there that this isn't like some sort of review. Today I'm going to be more talking about the Emoji Movie, what it means to Hollywood and what it means in terms of as a movie and how it reflects just like where we've come in terms of entertainment and movies today. So right now, Emoji Movie is sitting at a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's only with 20 reviews in or something. So I mean that's not a lot, but it's still a 0% right now. And I understand that Rotten Tomatoes system is sort of flawed, and so that doesn't really accurately reflect how good the movie is completely. Although on things like I think like Metacritic, it's at an 8, IMDb. I think an 8 out of 100, and IMDb is, I don't know, but probably around there too, the same thing. So, I mean, no matter which way you look at it, it's being reviewed as a horrible movie. And I mean, I don't think anyone is really shocked. I know I'm not. I think as soon as I saw that first, like, announcement teaser trailer thing for it, or like the posters for it. At first I honestly thought it was a joke, because I was like, how could they do this? Like, how could they make a movie about emojis? It just doesn't make sense at all, and I think it's just like the lowest common denominator. It's awful. It's awful. I mean, everyone knew it was going to be awful. I knew it was going to be awful, and that's why I want to see it so badly, because I'm sure it's going to be so bad that it's good, one of those movies, and so I'll actually end up seeing it. I might not go to the theaters for it, even though I really want to. But either way, eventually I'm going to see it, because I need to see how bad this movie is, just like I knew and everyone knew that it was going to be bad from the beginning. So, I mean, it's just kind of crazy how like we've gotten to the point of basically everything in Hollywood is either a remake or a soft reboot or both, or a sequel or a prequel, some sort of franchise, and now this. So I mean, it's just like pandering to, I guess, young people. I guess it's like, oh, we're trying to be hip and cool, and we're this cool emoji movie. We know what the kids like, right? Right, kids? Come watch our movie. We know what you guys like. And, like, it's just so obvious to see through that and to see that this was clearly just another cash grab, and it was clearly just a way to make money and to try to appeal to a large audience, which would be, like, the kids. And instead of actually coming up with a good story and coming up with a movie that works for all ages and coming up with a movie that's original, you know, you could take the Pixar route in terms of animated movies and do all that, or you could just make a pile of trash called the Emoji Movie and put that out there. And I'm sure it'll do just as well at the box office, even with the terrible reviews out. I'm sure it'll still make tons of money, and it'll make its money back. I mean, it's got to. Obviously, we'll see. We'll end up seeing what actually happens, but I can't imagine that people actually... I mean, because that's the thing, is because the people that go to see it are probably parents that are taking their kids there thinking like, oh, they'll like this because it's emojis, it's, you know, for young people, without really realizing how just ridiculous the entire concept of it all is. I actually saw today too that the Emoji Movie is releasing like stickers for iOS, which are like the, you know, I mean, I don't use them personally, but they're kind of like they're kind of like emojis in their in themselves. They're like bigger, more diverse group of emojis made like specifically for movies and events and by people or something. I don't know. I don't really use them a lot, but I mean, I'm sure you know what stickers are. And I saw that they're making a sticker pack based on the Emoji Movie, which is just emojis. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's clearly just a money grab and a cash grab. And, I mean, no original idea whatsoever. I mean, it's an original idea in that it hasn't been done before, but I'm sure that they're just doing emojis. Like, that's not an original idea. They're just bringing emojis to life. And I'm sure the story, I mean, I watched a trailer for it, like the actual trailer for it, and it's like, some emoji wants to be different. He's like breaking the norm, yeah, hooray. Which is like, you know, this positive, fun-loving message, like let's all be different and creative together. And which is fine, it works as a fine theme, except that this movie sucks, so it's not gonna work too well. You know, sitting at its 0% on Rotten Tomatoes and won't be going too far up. I mean, I can't imagine that this goes above a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, I mean, it brings into question of like what's next? What's after this? Like, what are you gonna get? Like a meme, the meme movie in 2018 or something, where you know you have like, oh god, you probably have studio executives just discovering Bad Luck Brian for the first time, and they're gonna throw that into a movie and then make a movie about that. I could actually see that happening, unfortunately, at this point, because if they're gonna make an Emoji Movie, why not, right? Like, there's just like no respect for the audience or for the viewers whatsoever, so it's all just about the money and all just about like whatever crap they can pump out as quickly and as ridiculously as possible. And of course, one of the craziest things about the Emoji Movie is I'm sure it has a huge budget, and they got like really good actors and voice actors as part of the cast too. So so what did those people say? What did those actors and actresses say when they signed on for the Emoji Movie? Like, they're just in it completely for the money too, obviously, right? Like, they couldn't have possibly read that script and thought that this was going to be a good idea or help their career in any way, right? Like, I don't know. So it just puts us in a confusing place where it's like, obviously we're just being taken advantage of by people that really have no idea at all what they're doing. Like, the studio executives that greenlit this movie, they have no idea what they're doing, because this is just a complete disgrace to... This is a complete disgrace to cinema as an art form. That's what this movie is. So, I don't know. Like, going forward, I look forward to seeing the Meme Movie 2018. And besides that, I look forward to seeing the Emoji Movie too, for how horrible it'll be.